Strategies for Addressing Educational Needs of Children with Special Needs, CWSN, in an Inclusive Setup Page 7, A. Odisha B.Ed and Education Honors. Strategies for Addressing Educational Needs of Children with Special Needs, CWSN, in an Inclusive Setup. 1. Introduction. Inclusive education is not just about placing children with special needs, CWSN, in regular classrooms. It requires deliberate strategies and supportive environments to help all learners participate and learn meaningfully. According to the Right to Education Act, 2009, and the NEP 2020, inclusive education ensures that barriers to learning are removed and education is flexible and adaptable to the needs of all learners, especially those who are marginalized, disabled, or disadvantaged. To successfully educate CWSN in an inclusive classroom, specific pedagogical, infrastructural, and interpersonal strategies are needed that respect their diverse abilities and provide appropriate support. 2. Educational needs of CWSN. CWSN may include children with physical impairments, visual, hearing, mobility, cognitive challenges, learning disabilities, autism, ADHD, emotional or behavioral difficulties, communication disorders, social disadvantages, poverty, conflict affected, tribal. Their educational needs are diverse and individualized, often involving modified content, accessible communication, emotional security, peer support, appropriate seating, use of aids and appliances. 3. Classroom strategies to address their needs. A. Classroom management strategies. Inclusive classroom management must ensure that CWSN feel comfortable, safe, and actively involved in learning. The following aspects are crucial. 1. Seating arrangement. Front row seating for children with hearing or visual impairment. Place mobility impaired learners near the door to ease entry and exit. Flexible seating plans to allow group and individual activities. Maintain mixed seating to avoid isolation and encourage peer interaction. 2. Aids and appliances. Provide appropriate assistive devices. Braille books, tactile boards for the visually impaired. Hearing aids and visual cues for the hearing impaired. Mobility tools like walkers, wheelchairs. Ensure availability, maintenance, and training in use of such aids. 3. Light and ventilation. Classrooms must have adequate natural and artificial lighting, especially for visually impaired students. Noise-free classrooms for hearing impaired students. Proper ventilation ensures comfort for all, especially those with respiratory issues or sensory sensitivities, example autism. 4. Access to TLMs, teaching learning materials. Ensure that TLMs are adapted for diverse needs. Use tactile, audio, pictorial materials. Create low-cost, handmade aids from locally available materials. TLMs should be placed within reach of CWSN. Use ICT tools like talking books, screen readers, interactive apps. 5. Mobility inside the classroom. Maintain wide aisles and open space for movement. Place furniture and materials at appropriate heights. Install grab rails, anti-slip mats where necessary. Use signage and symbols for orientation. 6. Interpersonal relationships and support. Build positive teacher-student relationships by showing empathy, patience, and encouragement. Promote peer tutoring and buddy systems. Sensitize all students to value diversity and avoid bullying or discrimination. Teachers must demonstrate inclusive values and language at all times. B. Flexible curriculum. 1. Adapted content. Modify the depth and complexity of content based on learners' needs. Focus on life skills, communication, and functional academics for some CWSN. Include creative arts, games, and experiential learning for holistic development. 2. Individualized education plan, IEP. Prepare personalized goals and learning plans for each CWSN. Involve parents, special educators, and therapists in IEP development. Monitor and review progress regularly. 3. Flexible assessment. Use oral tests, portfolios, project work, observation records. Allow extra time, scribes, large print papers as required. Focus on effort, participation, and progress, not just grades. C. Flexible teaching learning strategies. The success of inclusion depends on adopting a variety of pedagogical methods that cater to all learning styles and levels. 1. Child-centered learning. Place the child at the center of planning and instruction. Allow students to work at their own pace. Encourage curiosity, exploration, and creativity. 2. Interactive strategies. Use discussion, questioning, hands-on activities. Create safe spaces where all children feel free to express themselves. Engage learners in learning games, stories, and songs. 3. Individual instruction. Offer one-on-one support where required. Allow repeat instructions, reinforcement, and practice for learners who need more time. Use visual schedules, task cards, and step-by-step instructions for clarity. 4. Group and collaborative learning. Use mixed ability groups to promote peer learning. Assign cooperative tasks, such as group projects or games. Build mutual respect and empathy among students. 5. Participatory learning. Encourage active participation from every learner. Use methods like role play, simulations, peer teaching. Give students choice and voice in learning activities. 6. Multisensory approaches. Combine visual, auditory, tactile, and kinesthetic learning styles. Use music, colors, textures, movement, and gestures to teach concepts. Especially useful for learners with autism, ADHD, or dyslexia. 7. Use of technology. ICT can be a powerful aid for CWSN. Screen readers for blind learners. Speech-to-text apps for those with writing challenges. Educational games for children with attention deficits. 8. Emotional and social support. Conduct circle time, value education, and counseling sessions. Use positive reinforcement to build confidence. Address stress, anxiety, and self-esteem issues empathetically. D. Teachers' role in inclusive education. Teachers are the key change agents in making inclusive education successful. They must be sensitive to the diverse needs of students. Practice differentiated instruction. Collaborate with special educators, therapists, and parents. Maintain high expectations from every learner. Continuously reflect and innovate teaching practices. E. Involving parents and community. Parents of CWSN must be active participants in planning and feedback. Schools can organize awareness programs, support groups, and workshops. Community involvement ensures a strong support system beyond the classroom. 4. Real classroom example. In an inclusive classroom of grade 4, a teacher uses a story-based approach to teach environmental science. While reading the story aloud, the teacher uses sign language and gestures for a child with hearing loss. Offers large print worksheets to a visually impaired student. allows a child with ADHD to move around during activity time, encourages group discussion and assigns peer buddies, uses a tactile model of the water cycle for a student with learning difficulties. This approach ensures equal participation, dignity, and understanding for all learners. 5. Conclusion. To make inclusive education a reality, schools must go beyond admission policies. They must create flexible, welcoming, and enabling environments that respond to the diverse learning styles, abilities, and challenges of every child, especially those with special needs. Teachers must be creative, empathetic, and committed, using child centered and participatory strategies. Only then can we realize the dream of education for all in its true sense. Inclusion is not bringing children into a classroom. It is about changing the classroom to meet the needs of every child.